phrasing that says you never know how much you'll miss something until you lose it? Because I've lost stuff and realized that I miss them, and it sucks. So, how about we acknowledge some things that we would miss if we lost them, even though we haven't? Yeah? Yeah. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to LittleDewDroplets. My name is Dew, and two things inspired the video that I have for you today. One of them being the phrase that I said at the beginning, and the other, well, if you're a creative of any kind, it's probable that at some point you encounter one of those little gems. The little tools or details or techniques that can be implemented in every single one of your works in an easy, effortless way, and that make them so much better immediately. Little gems for me was realizing that any single character in every single thing can become 105.47% more authentic and realistic and interesting if you just give them a little quirk or a weird habit. Just think something that you would absolutely tease them for if they were your best friend, and pretty much you're golden. I came to this realization when I was writing the first version of my most beloved book idea, which obviously sucked because I was 15 and I hadn't even gotten into the habit of analyzing the things that I consumed, so it was terrible. And I was describing this book to who then was my best friend, and I realized suddenly, with horror, I just couldn't describe one of my favorite characters in any way that sounded remotely interesting. I mean, this character was so dull that you wouldn't find it weird if you found her staring at a wall, waiting for paint to dry. This girl would only have been able to play the part of like tree number 7 in her elementary school stage play. If she was offered 100% free toppings of any conceivable kind for a pizza, she would just go with cheese. And she wouldn't even use sauce. So I'm just standing there pondering what to do with this unsalted cracker of a character when suddenly a different friend walks over, and just seeing her is like getting hit with a fistful of inspiration right in the middle of the face. This was a friend that we teased frequently because she had a problem pronouncing hard R's, but not if they were in any part of the word, just if they were on the middle of a word. And just imagining my character having that problem or a similar one made everything click somehow. Suddenly they weren't this blank piece of paper, they were a person with a unique trait and this very little detailed thing that made it different from everyone else. It was an amazing, a mind-blowing discovery for me. But most importantly, it turned me into a person that is always looking out for those little quirks and habits that a person has. And the fact that everyone has one is something that I can always smile at. So, today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite quirks that the people I love have, because I would really miss them if one day they were just gone. Also, if you have little quirks or habits that you can mention, please leave them in the comments because I could always use more. I love them. I'll start with the one that just has to be my favorite because I swear, if my sister ever stops doing this, I will be 100% convinced that she's been replaced by some alien clone or something. Sometimes she will start having a conversation with you inside of her head, and then she will flip the switch into out loud mode when it's your turn to answer back. And she doesn't even realize that she hasn't actually been giving you the context that you need to answer back. So in the end, it ends up looking something like this. I don't know, do you agree with her? Agree with who? With Marissa. About what? About if I should go with someone else. Go where with someone else? To the audition? The one that I was just telling you about? Did you listen to anything that I said? I was saying it all inside of my mind, wasn't I? Sorry? She used to do this so much, and she doesn't even question it anymore. She will just know when you're looking at her in a certain way that she's been trying to speak to you telepathically for a while. And now that I've covered my sister, I will jump straight to my mom. She has a lot of habits, but I think most of them are just basic annoying mom habits. But there's this one. Now, I have only seen it with my own eyes twice in my life, but I know for a fact that she used to do this, or at least that she did it enough times. Because imagine this, and I say imagine because I don't have the budget nor the expertise that I would need to make it look like a beach, so yeah, please use your imagination. We're on a beach on holidays, and she goes to take a massage from a local lady that was just there giving beach massages. The service is about an hour long, so she comes back and, honey, I bring plans for tonight, and no. I never even mentioned what my plans were. You want to invite the masseuse for dinner because you spoke for an hour and now you think you're friends. You know that you just won't see her again after that dinner. Well, she's coming today with a boyfriend, so we're gonna cook something great and have a lot of fun. My mom had undoubtedly made a habit out of talking with people for an hour or two, considering them friends, inviting them for dinner, and then never seeing them again. She had done this enough times that my dad knew without her saying anything what was happening and what was going to happen afterwards. And just a little note on the margin, as I'm recording this, my dad tells me that the last time they went away, which was 2 weeks ago, my mom did this as well. So, and the best part is that he was right, because we never saw that couple or talked to them ever again. But enough about my mom, now I want to talk about my babe. My babe. This habit of his is going to sound unbelievably annoying, impossibly bothersome, absolutely frustrating. And that's because it is. But remember that phrase at the beginning of the video? You will realize how much you miss something when you lose it. When I lost my boyfriend for a while, and I actually thought it was for good, I kept thinking about this habit of his, and it kept bringing me to tears because of how much I realized I would miss it. Even if I joke about killing him every single time he does it. See, my boyfriend has this habit of predicting what is going to happen in a show while we're watching it, and that's not weird because we all do it, or most of us do it. But the thing about him is that he ends up being right 98% of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if he told me that he knew Snape was going to kill Dumbledore while he was watching Chamber of Secrets. To rate up, he could have been watching Star Wars Episode 4 for the first time and be like, you know what, I think Darth Vader might be the father. I am just so past the point of even doubting him. If we're watching a show and he makes a prediction, I'll just assume that's how the show goes. And 3 seasons later, when it's confirmed, I'll just curse him under my breath a little bit. But it's also a little bit of fun, and most importantly, it's something that makes him him. And with that, I've done my sister, my mom, and my boyfriend. I myself don't recognize any quirks on myself, which is, you know, logical. And my dad doesn't have any. And then there's also my dog, but he definitely deserves an entire video by himself. With nothing more to say, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please hit the like button if you did. That way, you know, it can fulfill its destiny. And I post new videos every Thursday. So if you enjoy this and you think you might want more, you should subscribe, because that way you don't have to remember and YouTube can tell you. As for myself, I wish you a very good day, or afternoon, or night, or whatever time it is that you're watching this at, and I will see you next time. Bye! You know the phrase you never know how much you'll miss something until you lose it?